Welcome to the 2012 edition of WWE Survivor Series, now with even less Survivor Series than ever. Heading into the event itself, there was only one Survivor Series match scheduled and it got fucked over due to booking changes. In the build-up to Hell in a Cell, WWE made a huge deal regarding the power of Big Show's knockout punch and Sheamus' bro kick. Now that it was out of the way, let's bring the numbers back again. WWE unintentionally foreshadows the name of a pay-per-view event that debuts in their company 10 years later, conveniently after Survivor Series. Also, here's something I'm going to throw in 10 sins for. CM Punk was originally scheduled to lead a Survivor Series team against the team captained by Mick Foley. They even had a whole build-up leading into it, but then they randomly decided to take CM Punk out of the match so he could defend the WWE title instead. If that was always the case, why did you build up Team Punk versus Team Foley all for nothing? Idiots. In other words, impromptu. The fact that a pay-per-view called Survivor Series needed to have an impromptu Survivor Series match added in right on the spot is terrible. Don't give me that crap about WWE treating this pay-per-view like shit in later brand years, because at least they were doing something with it. In these years, WWE didn't give a single fuck about the show. Also, what makes this match even worse is neither team has a team name nor a captain. It's just these random guys facing these random guys because fuck you.
A funky start!
Oh, come on, we're not even 4 minutes into this pay-per-view and Michael Cole has already started putting the shit out of me.
Wow!
Brodus Clay has done this pyrotechnics explosion for almost a year now and it still scares the commentators somehow. Sin Cara not only botches in his matches, but he also botches in his entrance. There's fog pouring out into the doorway, the pyro explodes to reveal nothing. And then Sin Cara shows up 5 seconds later like he just got out of the bathroom. Rey Mysterio was also late for his entrance so that Sin Cara didn't have to feel bad about missing his cue.
Could lead to some pretty interesting combinations.
Not kidding, they say this every year, almost word for word. You can lose in this manner, you must return to the locker room, and then there can be interesting numbers advantage as a result. I can almost recite the whole thing as I write this.
The 26th annual Survivor Series began back in 1987.
Wait, whoa, back up, tell me what you're gonna do now. Did you just say the 26th annual Survivor Series took place in 1987? There were Survivor Series events dating all the way back to 1961? 2 years before the WWE Championship first existed? Yo guys, Tyson Kidd has a Kimura locked in on Epico. You know, the move that breaks arms. You're not gonna make a big deal about this?
It was right here where a man named The Rock would debut.
That was in New York City, not Indianapolis. My god, Michael Cole is not having a good start tonight, is he? He's messing up all sorts of facts here.
Did you know on that night that Rock was going to be a star?
Michael Cole asked Jerry Lawler that very same question a year ago at Survivor Series, word for word. I bet he believes Jerry forgot about that since the latter technically died of a heart attack on the day this YouTube channel was created.
Well, the show is 5 minutes old.
10 minutes old, actually.
Yeah, but if he's a real thrill seeker, he'd skydive without a parachute.
JBL encourages Justin Gabriel to jump out of a plane with no parachute. In other words, JBL encourages Justin to die, even unintentionally. This just took a dark turn for sure.
Here's a cover, hook in the leg by Sin Cara.
Michael Cole went from messing up the facts to reacting too late from moves. He yelled Sin Cara's name as if there was almost a successful elimination, even though the kickout was 3 seconds ago. The commentators are getting sinned quite a bit already.
But follows it up with an elbow.
Tensai spent so much time manhandling Sin Cara that it caused him to catch the botch curse from him. Now Tensai can't even knock the other opponents out the apron properly.
Oh, missed there, but not sure that was even intentional.
Sure, JBL, Brodus Clay totally headbutted Titus O'Neil by accident and wasn't aiming for the only person running after him. Totally an accident. You know what? On second thought, maybe it would have been better if this match never existed at all. This is absolutely horrible to watch at times.
Baby down and out first to be.
His pinfall, Tensai's feet are underneath the bottom rope, so he is out of bounds and there should be a rope break. But apparently there's not, and Brodus is gone due to bullshit controversy. Survivor Series seems to always be about controversy here. Just ask Bret Hart.
Can he steal one here?
Commentator stupidly refers to a roll-up as stealing the victory cliche.
Tensai trying to win.
Someone as small as Justin Gabriel was able to defeat someone as big as Tensai that easily. Sorry, that just didn't seem believable to me.
Please don't forget the debut of the Gobbledygooker.
Sorry, Jerry, but practically everyone wants to forget about the debut of the Gobbledygooker at Survivor Series.
And look at, watch out.
Titus is a dick to his own O'Neills.
What are you talking about, King?
We will never know how truly devastating Darry Young's attack on Tyson Kidd was because the cameras cut away and showed only the reactions of Epico and Primo. Don't you just hate it when WWE always cuts away at the wrong moment?
3-man. Darren, look at it.
Show the fucking action in the ring, you stupid dumbasses. Jesus, am I watching a WWE pay-per-view or a reaction video on YouTube?
Shoulders down.
Primo probably realized the Survivor Series match was randomly created on the spot and didn't mean anything, so he gave up and didn't even try to kick out of the easily escapable roll-up.
Oh my god. gosh, Caitlyn, are you okay?
Eve Torres staged this backstage assault on Caitlyn so the latter wouldn't think she was the one who was behind the attack on United Champions. If anything, this just makes it even more obvious that Eve was behind it, especially with her showing up right as Caitlyn beats up Oksana.
Huge speculation. Would you quit?
This Divas Championship match hasn't even begun yet, and the commentators are already arguing about conspiracy theories around Eve's attack on Caitlyn. Oh boy. Technically, that qualifies as a pre-match assault.
Why does she need others like Oksana?
There you go, feeding.
Seriously, can we somehow go through a pay-per-view without the married couple of Michael Cole and JBL not being, well, a married couple?
You don't see Booker T sneaking out of John Cena's hotel room.
True, but we did once see Booker T in bed with Goldust 10 years ago at Judgment Day when he thought he was going to get some action. Also, what does the scandal between AJ Lee and John Cena have to do with the situation of Eve planning attacks on Caitlyn?
Caitlyn trying to catch a breather.
Eve Torres attempted to escape from Caitlyn by climbing over the barricade. If I were Caitlyn, I'd take a moment and watch that fail miserably since there are multiple security guards blocking her access into the audience.
Hence the meaning of the attack.
Eve tried to put herself into the ring, thinking Caitlyn was going to throw her back in, then paused when she realized Caitlyn wasn't doing anything. I do not have a good feeling about tonight if I'm being perfectly honest.
You know, you get awfully quiet when you don't know something.
When you don't know something, you're continuing to talk non-stop about the subject that you don't know. Can't y'all just call the action since Eve has a hell of a submission hold locked in on Caitlyn?
And Eve now.
Begging for mercy. Seen it in practically every match. I swear Caitlyn better not fall for this and lose as a result.
Put out, Gary. Oh!
Caitlyn fell for that and lost as a result. Also, what is it with women's matches in WWE ending with a heel copping a feel on the babyface during the final pinfall? Considering CM Punk is no longer captaining a team, why is Mick Foley still here to captain his team? He's not even feuding with any member of the former Team Punk, now Team Ziggler. Based on how the graphics look, we might as well rename Mick's team name to Team Orton, since Randy Orton is front and center amongst the crew. Also, this match is not even happening for another hour and a half and doesn't have any storyline implications anymore, so why are we hyping it up? Randy Orton is as interested in being part of the Survivor Series team as I am watching the show. Gosh darn it, anytime Team Hell No is present for something, it's always a win. I love that team and miss it very much.
It is skyrocketing obesity rate.
America is fat cliche. While they do hold a lot of records regarding obesity, does this have to be used as an insult for literally every non-American wrestler talking shit about the country? It's gotten very old by this point. R-Truth is not even rapping his way to the ring. That's gotta be disappointing for the fans who were excited to sing along to it and got ripped off.
Non-Americans who ever hold the championship.
And you're gonna omit me.
JBL completely forgot that he's American, and Michael Cole was naming non-Americans who have been the United States champion, unless he's actually not American this whole time. Dun dun dun!
Why Cesaro's so dangerous.
Michael Cole referring to Antonio Cesaro as Cesaro. That's not how you pronounce his name, dude.
The word you guys are talking about.
I'm with you, Jerry. The commentators are completely ignoring this match and talking about rugby games from South Africa. 2012 was such a shit year for these events.
Now you're a parroting me, parroting you.
Practically every sin for this match is aimed at the commentators. Their willingness to ignore this United States Championship match is causing me to miss out on sins for the actual match due to the distraction. Damn you.
And I think it's rude. As much as
It's always awkward to see a move that used to be someone's finisher now being executed as a regular move with no major damage. Remember when R-Truth used that lie detector as a finisher and now it doesn't work anymore? Sad.
And here's the
Given how strong Antonio Cesaro is, I'm actually shocked that he's struggling to lift up R-Truth with a neutralizer.
power.
Throughout this final pinfall, Antonio's arm is underneath R-Truth's shoulder the entire time, keeping it off the mat. This pin should not count at all. Wrestler tweets, no offense, but The Rock is acting like the winner of this match is confirmed to face him at the Royal Rumble, even though there's still 2 months left with another pay-per-view on the way. Let's not pretend we knew CM Punk was going to win and then recover from an injury. AJ Lee is out here in an impromptu promo with Vicky Guerrero just to troll around and hype up something that's not going to take place tonight, which in turn makes this a waste of time.
And left with no choice.
What chance?
When you have a secret, the best way to hide it.
So AJ Lee practically confirmed that she was having a relationship with John Cena by saying she's going to accuse Vicky Guerrero of inappropriate relationships. I'll be honest, even if this was Photoshop, what's so inappropriate of this? It's 2 people enjoying burritos. I once had a burrito with some friends of mine at a school rally. Does that mean I fucked them? Also, this series of photoshopped images to mess with Vicky Guerrero goes on for a long time to the point where I'm begging AJ Lee to, well, get to the point of this.
oh my God, I knew it.
Jerry Lawler was the best part of this moment. Sees an image of Vicky Guerrero with Jim Ross and says, I knew it. That made me burst out laughing. I don't know if I should be grossed out by the photoshopped image of Vicky Guerrero dancing with Brodus Clay or amazed at the awesome looking room they're in. It's actually a nice place. AJ Lee trying to sell real estate during this segment or something?
What the?
You couldn't have done that 5 minutes ago.
This took on a whole new complexion.
Ha ha, fuck you. Complexion. I get it because Sheamus is so pasty white. Those pale jokes got old 3 years ago. You know, to this day, I find it unusual and awkward that the Big Show had pyrotechnics for his entrance, but then when he turned heel in 2012, he got rid of them.
I'm going to get to his resume in just a second.
Or maybe you don't get to his resume at all and just focus on the match currently in progress instead. That sounds like a better idea to me.
And it worked.
Big Show had to reposition his arms to get tangled on the ropes and still couldn't get them tangled up.
Oh, what a spear!
That was clearly a shoulder tackle that Big Show connected. If he was going to hit a spear on Sheamus, he would have grasped his arms around him.
Big Show captained the team against John Cena.
If you're going to ignore my previous request about not going through resumes, then how about you add in the fact that Big Show lost the casket match to The Undertaker at this event once because he was a stupid dumbass.
When he signed the ironclad contract.
Given that John Laurinaitis is no longer in charge, why does Big Show still have the ironclad contract that allows him to do whatever he wants? Wouldn't Vince McMahon have gotten rid of that by this point or something?
And Sheamus is still holding on.
You know, Big Show was on the ropes and has the champion's advantage in this match, so why did he let go of the ropes while locked in the sleeper hold? Sheamus would have been forced to break the hold, but not anymore since Big Show's being a dumbass again. Obviously, an electric chair on the Big Show was impressive, but what's more impressive is Sheamus able to keep his balance and keep Big Show in the air before falling at the perfect time. That was freaking awesome.
White noise! A new champion!
Commentator celebrates a new champion prematurely, which jinxes the wrestler's momentum cliche.
Went for the bro kick!
The referee gets knocked over at the crucial point of the match cliche. Adding in more cliches in a row here.
Big Show has been disqualified.
Why does Big Show give a shit? In the end, he still keeps the World Heavyweight Championship, so why does it even matter anyway? Also, if other referees not involved in a match can reverse decisions and call for disqualifications, why didn't they do that in like every single occasion this has happened in history? This ends causing more flaws than it does anything else if you look at it.
We don't have instant replay.
Actually, we literally do. They show instant replays like hundreds of times per match, so what do you call that, asshole? Post-match assault. Also, that one moment when you realize this entire build-up to Survivor Series was just going to be yet another build-up toward the TLC pay-per-view. It's a build-up to the real rematch. Okay, I gotta take off another sin. The moment Sheamus chooses not to whack Big Show in the face with a chair, a fan of the audience yells out, good boy, in a comedic manner. I love it when fans express humor the right way.
Elimination occurs by pinfall.
Justin Roberts goes through the rules of the Survivor Series match as if we didn't already see that match an hour ago.
Breaking news. Del Rio's now on Twitter.
How the fuck is that breaking news? Ricardo Rodriguez is good at introducing Alberto Del Rio, but when he's going overboard with the 5,102,016 O's, that's when it gets annoying. And to make things worse, because of the many O's he pronounces for Alberto, he ends up introducing Alberto as Alberto Who Del Rio. The term who is a lot more appropriate nowadays, though.
How much does WWE like this guy?
Enough to keep David Otunga around and compete in the big time even though he absolutely sucks. I still can't believe WWE fucked over Mick Foley and made him feel like a random stranger at Survivor Series after that stupid decision to cancel Team CM Punk. Even during the entrance of Team Hell No, I'm removing a sin. Daniel Bryan complaining to Kane that they should be entering to his music instead while Kane is just ignoring them.
Cole, I know you used to be the Miz's biggest fan.
Come on, Jerry, don't even remind us about Michael Cole's former creepy erection for The Miz. It took you literally dying of a heart attack for Michael to finally get some sense knocked into him. David Otunga is instructing everyone on his team that he's going to start the match, even though literally everyone else is literally on the ring apron acknowledging that fact.
File a lawsuit, I can assure you. He's 21-0.
I wonder if David lost his 22nd court case, ending his undefeated streak at 21-1. Oh fuck.
Otunga's 1-0 in the marriage department.
True story, JBL just jinxed David Otunga's married life by claiming he's undefeated in the marriage department. The streak ended in 2017, sadly.
There's Otunga! Look at him.
Even though that slam likely wouldn't have eliminated Daniel Bryan, why did David stop going for the pin when he was in the perfect position? What idiot does that? Walking out on your team. How Cody Rhodes was able to tolerate this asshole for so long, I'll never know. I'm all for Team Hell No arguments, but this one is just random. Kane eliminates Damien Sandow, and that somehow pisses off Daniel Bryan. Your team is up 5-4. Why would you be pissed off about that? Earlier, Daniel Bryan was yelling at Kane in the locker room, claiming that Kane will be the first man eliminated on their team. If I were him, I would not want to brag about being right here.
Team JBL versus Team HBK.
I'm surprised JBL hasn't knocked out Michael Cole for reminding him about the time he got stupidly counted out in that Survivor Series match back in 2008.
Lined up for Team Foley.
Daniel Bryan reacted way too late from Alberto Del Rio's super kick to his back. Not off to a good start here if you ask me.
Otunga's got a take.
I'm just gonna guess that David Otunga's team didn't give a shit about him, otherwise why didn't they save him from elimination? All one of them had to do was reach their leg out and kick Daniel or something. Infraction de copyright.
There we go. Set up over there. Oh, look at this. Oh!
Well, that just happened. Was Alberto supposed to fall back in the ring and accidentally fell out of the ring? Or was that intentional? Either way, I'm confused.
That's a future world champion right there.
JBL probably should not have said that given what ends up being the result of Wade Barrett's career. A stomp to the canvas without touching Alberto Del Rio's head was somehow enough to hurt him. What was Randy Orton's plan? To bust Alberto's eardrums with the noise?
Handle slam. He calls it the wasteland.
No, the wasteland was a fireman's carry slam, not a pump handle slam. Those are two different moves entirely.
WWE's Apex.
By this point, Alberto Del Rio lost to Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell just from messing around. So why does he continue to mess around with Randy, knowing full well that's a bad idea? Up until Mick Foley locked in the mandible claw on Ricardo Rodriguez, I had completely forgotten that he was even around the ringside area. That shows how pointless his presence is.
Cross arm breaker. Randy Orton countered.
Just when you think Randy Orton has connected every possible RKO out of nowhere, here's yet another one. Fucking love this legend. Here's how you know Randy Orton will not successfully connect the punt kick. Dolph Ziggler is facing the opposite direction from where Randy usually punts his opponents. This image is sadder than you think. John Cena and Ryback with each side of the WWE Championship while the champion himself pouts in sadness. Boy, isn't this a sad sight. Usually by tradition, the champion enters the arena last. In this case, CM Punk is entering in between John Cena and Ryback. Why do they keep doing that? Ryback's non-pyro pyro.
You've got your own.
Heel champion quickly leaves the ring at the start of a triple threat match cliche, and CM Punk actually believed either Ryback or John Cena was going to fall for this.
And now
Honestly, if Ryback and John Cena both wanted to take down CM Punk, why didn't they just team up instead of pulling the I want to kick his ass, no I want to kick his ass scenario?
And Cena is 7-0 at Survivor Series.
Well done, JBL. Your jinxing streak continues, as John Cena's 7-0 undefeated streak at Survivor Series conveniently ends right as you say that.
Yeah, perhaps a submission maneuver here, but Ryback.
Alright, I gotta take a sin off of the way Ryback calmly walks towards CM Punk to lift him off of John Cena.
Position inside Hell in a Cell.
We interrupt Survivor Series 2012 to bring you No Mercy 2002, when Paul Heyman was being an annoying little shit screaming his lungs out. Just hope I don't have to make another bonus round for that.
Punk top rope.
Ryback is seriously close to tapping out to John Cena's major submission hold, the STF. And since CM Punk has been so desperate to keep hold of the WWE Championship in order to reach the 1-year mark, why is he casually taking his time climbing the ropes and posing for the Randy Savage elbow? In this scenario, I just hit the move immediately in case Ryback taps out.
What is this? Who the?
The moment I saw these 3 random security guards show up and attack Ryback, I had no idea that the future top 3 athletes in professional wrestling just showed up and changed the game. Whenever you see something like this happen, guys, odds are the future has arrived. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose had the perfect start to their main roster careers, because we're all focused on them. I'll honestly take a sin off, because the Shield was smart about this. They never attacked John Cena whatsoever. He was hit by shell-shocked, so the victory due to outside interference sin does not count here. Smart move!